Greetings, greetings. Welcome, Grand Rising. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time it is wherever you are in the world. I want to welcome you to this morning's broadcast. It is going to be a very light morning this morning. We're just going to have a light discussion. No heavy duty teaching this morning. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a spiritual healer. I am your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, and mentor. I work with my clients to help them to connect with their inner blueprint for success. And by doing that, they are able to fulfill their dreams and potentials. I want to thank all my moderators over on TikTok, and for those from my community on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Thank you so very much for your continuous love and support. For those who are have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This way, you will be able to avail yourself to all of my content because my contents are uploaded there. Please share the live with other community members. Yes, so this week is a very special time in the US. But before I go into that, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping. I want to remind you to check out my Say Yes series that I'm doing each and every day. I post a video on TikTok saying yes to something special. And the one I posted for this morning, I'm saying yes to, what was it I did? Deeper personal development. Deeper personal development is what I did this morning. So please check that out. Also, let me know if you are interested in owning the limited edition journal that I am working on. And connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as well. We will also be doing the water therapy later on this morning. So get your water so you have it ready when we are ready, when we are ready to do the water therapy. Also, I will be looking for people to interview for my TV show because I was invited to continue producing my TV show, although I am no longer in Connecticut. And I'm excited about that because that was something that I've been doing for a long number of years. So I'm glad that I will still be able to do that in that community. Moderators, you can type large fonts because of the color of my shirt. I am not able to read the writing. It is blended in with the stripes. So please type it bold so we are able to see. All right. Now, let us begin. I'm not sure. We don't have too many people on here this morning. I'm not sure where you are joining from. Depends on which country you're in. If you're in Canada and the US, Thanksgiving is something that you are accustomed to in the traditional sense. However, yes, I can see that. How are you? If you put some emojis with it, it will brighten it up as well. So when you think of traditional Thanksgiving, the people in Canada and the US understand. However, I want to take the discussion deeper than the traditional Thanksgiving. And that's why I said there is not much teaching this morning, but I'm hopefully we will have an empowered discussion. And then I found what I think 17 different dishes that they were suggesting that if you are not fond of the traditional turkey, you could consider these dishes. So at the end of the discussion, I will bring the conversation back to the traditional Thanksgiving, and I will share the dishes that I found with you. All right, so let's begin. Remember, on TikTok, the more you tap and send likes, the more other people will be encouraged to join us. So let me ask you, for those of you who for those of you who are in the United States or Canada, what does Thanksgiving mean to you? Please go ahead and jot it in the comments. What does Thanksgiving mean to you? I was born and raised in Jamaica. And Thanksgiving was not a holiday in my country. It was not something that we celebrated. However, when I came here, thoughtfulness, family, somebody says family, love, and thoughtfulness. Yes, family. Thank you so much. No, it's togetherness. Yes. You have two of what I have on my list. What's your first name? I see only one person reply over there. However, that's okay. You can continue jotting it down as you go along. And the first thing, please type it large for me. Good morning, Atina. Greetings. The first thing I have on my list was family. And I was happy to see that somebody put it in there. So I know memories. Yes, yes. I know that because we are not looking on the traditional meaning of Thanksgiving. People on the lives that are not from USA or Canada can, greetings Amber, can join in the conversation and contribute to what Thanksgiving really means for you. Because born and raised in Jamaica, as I said before, we never celebrated Thanksgiving as a holiday. However, when I look on the word Thanksgiving, there are so many aspects of Thanksgiving that is important to me. One is family. And family to me, it's not only blood relatives or biological family. Because over my lifetime, I have developed a strong bond with non-traditional family. Folks who embraced me closer than even my blood relatives had embraced me and to include me. So, as we have this conversation, greetings, I think that is probably Jen. As we have this conversation about Thanksgiving, may I have your permission to invite you to expand your meaning of Thanksgiving. Expand your meaning of Thanksgiving. Also, broaden your understanding about family. For many of us, we are not in our land of birth. Many of us, we are thousands and thousands of miles away from where we were born. And now that we have become part of this internet community, we have now acquired so many more families from different regions, different areas, different communities. So let us really on this morning prioritize what Thanksgiving means to us as an individual. Dig deep and find out truly what is the real meaning of Thanksgiving for you. The next item I have on my list this morning, I spoke about family, and the next item on my list this morning as we discuss Thanksgiving is community. I know that regardless of where you are in the world, things is not the way they used to be. And we miss communities. There's not so many gatherings. There are not so many people getting together because of the pandemic that we are going through globally. However, as we think about this Thanksgiving week, we have to understand the importance of communities. As we embark on this conversation, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, brothers and sisters, Thanksgiving goes beyond the big dinners. I was listening to an interview yesterday, and one lady said she lost both her parents. And then she added, and my husband lost his brother. I personally know a lady who lost both her sisters in 2 weeks. In a week, she lost both sisters. So let us look deeper than the food. Understand about family, understand about the community. And yes, we might not be able to spend the 5-6 hours we normally spend. However, let us cautiously and carefully get together so we can still enjoy community. Let us make wise, informed decisions as we go out there to enjoy community. Let us stay focused and understand and analyze things for ourselves. Do not get caught up in all of the misinformation that is out there just going around. Be careful. Understand what Thanksgiving means for you. Are you committed to give a word of encouragement for somebody? Not text them, not email them. Walk outside, ring somebody's doorbell, knock on their door, stay at a distance and say, I am here to check on you and to see how you are doing. That's what community means. We are living in a time now when, even before the pandemic, people were so isolated. Folks don't speak to each other. People don't say hello. We live so closely together, yet we do not know our neighbors. Boy, do I love the old country life I'm accustomed to in Jamaica. Lord, we didn't have electricity back when I was growing up. We didn't have all the fancy things, but you know what? I grew up understanding the impact of community. The people in the country cared about each other. We have a true understanding about what community meant. Now it's kind of different because even the era that I grew up, now they have electricity, they have cell phone, they have everything. Oh, how they have evolved. How have they evolved? There are many of them sometimes who have access and they are here on my live. But growing up, we didn't even have a radio. But I'm still giving thanks for that humble beginning. I am giving thanks for those humble beginnings. Because of those humble beginnings, this is why I do not have a sense of entitlement. Because every day, everything in my life, I have learned to give gratitude for it, to give thanks each and every day. What does Thanksgiving mean to you? The next item on my list is celebration. Yes, there's a lot of togetherness. There's a lot of festivity. There's a lot of food. When you look on the traditional meaning of Thanksgiving. But I'm asking you to expand your understanding of Thanksgiving. You and I, we have so much more outside of the food to give thanks for, because what? We know people who are no longer here. We know people whose families are no longer here. So let us not get bogged down about the food that we might not have, but let us look on the blessing that we still have alive. So this might be the best Thanksgiving because we have come to put things into perspective. Let us put things into perspective. Yes, I remember there were times when I would have big Thanksgiving dinners, invite so many people. We had a good time. We had some Jamaican food. We had some traditional Thanksgiving American food. We had good dialogues. However, this year is going to be different all over because our lives has changed tremendously. Gatherings is next on my list. What does the gatherings move mean to us this year? I remember when you would have different community organization would put on the big spread for folks who didn't have families. I remember my friend Ed and Chrissy Taylor in Connecticut. They would get together on Thanksgiving and they would put a big spread. But you know what else was present? A lot of dialogue. They had people understanding that although they didn't have traditional families, they were people who believed in them and what they were doing. They were communities that got together and provided hot meal for the homeless to bring people in. And also, not only did they get a hot meal, they also got a package of warm clothing, because we know that the fall is beginning to get cold. What does Thanksgiving mean to you as an individual? How can you begin to change the meaning of Thanksgiving? If you never carve another turkey, would you have a significant, powerful meaning around Thanksgiving? Or is your Thanksgiving only wrapped up in the turkeys and the pies and all of the different things? It's time, my brothers and my sisters, it's time for us to begin to reflect deeply. It's time for us to begin reflecting deeper. We got to get off the superficial meaning of Thanksgiving. When we talk with the people in the US about the history of Thanksgiving, they'll be able to sit and give us the true history and meaning of it. And although I want to add this history on my list, I am not nowhere equipped about giving you the history, because there's a lot of history out there, and those who are committed to making a change can go and avail themselves to that history. Let us learn about the things we are involved in. Let us learn and come to true understanding. It is not too late for us to learn. Before I went live, I saw somebody had typed in the box asking, do you celebrate Thanksgiving? Yes, I celebrate Thanksgiving. I celebrate gratefulness. I celebrate gratitude every day. Thanksgiving for me is every day. Thanksgiving is not just one day of the year. Every day when I wake up and I see the day is Thanksgiving. And this is why I do my best to live each day to the fullest, because today is the only day that I see, and that's why I'm in Thanksgiving every day. I remember at one stage of my life, I would find myself saying to people, Happy Turkey Day. Because there was so much emphasis on the bird. And some people would get offended when I say that. They say, oh no, it's Thanksgiving. I said, Thanksgiving is every day. Every day when you wake up, it's Thanksgiving. But I said there's so much emphasis you all put in the bird. So it's a turkey day. I just brought in a little humor for those who could accommodate the humor. They embraced it and had a chuckle about it. So when we combine the traditional Thanksgiving with all the other aspects of Thanksgiving, I can say this is a time when you create histories. Now, this is also a time about, for some, traditions. There are some people that this is the only time of year that they cook. And what they'll say, I'm making my grandmama this, my grandmama that, and goes on and goes on and goes on. Traditions, history, traditions. Last on my list is legacies. What legacies will you create in this Thanksgiving season? What legacies will you create in this Thanksgiving season? So allow me to recap, going from the bottom up to the top. We spoke about legacy, traditions, history, gatherings, celebration, community, and family. Those are the items that I spoke about that I would like us to consider as we celebrate Thanksgiving. Again, for me, Thanksgiving is every day. And I encourage you to create what your Thanksgiving means. What does it mean for you? I did mention at the beginning that I found 17 dishes that they mentioned about. So let me read it for you. And these are for the folks who is doing the traditional meaning of Thanksgiving. All right, where is it? It's okay. Ooh, Lord. All right. I'm not reading the recipes. I'm just going to read what each item says. Okay? Not going in depth. I'll just name what the dish is called. And this is from the New York Times. All right? It says 17 Thanksgiving mains that are better than turkey. I didn't say it. The New York Times says it. It says, maybe you don't like turkey, or you think it's too big or just too much work. We got the options here to get you excited. And the first dish they have here is chicken with maple butter and rosemary. See what it looks like. That's what it looks like. All right. The next dish they have is beef Wellington. Beef Wellington. All right. And vegetarian shepherd's pie is another one that they have. Vegetarian shepherd's pie. I got to speed up so I don't go over my time. Then they have maple baked salmon. Maple baked salmon. And moving right along, they have lasagna. Then they have Ina made ahead. Coquilles is Coquilles. These are some little things in a pot. I don't know what culture these are from. Then they have vegetarian mushroom Wellington. And pineal, we know that that's roast pork in Spanish, pineal. Then we have mushroom pot pie. Then we have butter chicken, Murugh, Murgh, butter chicken, and vegetarian lasagna. Are you hungry yet? Then we have muscat, oh boy, Mussakhan, roasted chicken with sumash and red onions. That looks good too. I have no idea what it is, but there it is, guys. Moving right along, slow roasted beef. Nothing fancy about that, but for those who are beef eaters. And number 14, we have pan roasted duck with wild mushroom. I hope I got you hungry this morning. Then we had lamb shank. We know what lamb looks like. Number 16, we have potato and radicchio tart. And last but not least is pork with milk. Pork with milk. All right? So, although I encouraged you to expand your meaning of Thanksgiving, I ended up by showing you some of the non-traditional dishes that you could include as you enjoy this special day. Please get your water and let us bless the water. What is it that you desire from your water? Are you looking for healing, clarity, strength? Whatever it is, healing. There are times when we will hear people say, oh, I just don't know what is wrong. I just don't feel good. And we can ask this water, to go to those just not feeling good places in our bodies and to take care of whatever it is that is lurking there to prevent us from feeling good about our bodies. I give thanks that this water will enhance my health, will revitalize every organ and every system in my body. For my physical hearing, my spiritual hearing, physical eyesight, spiritual eyesight. Enhance my intuitiveness. Enhance my sense of discernment. Allow me to be quiet and to be still. I ask that this water will support my obedience in everything that I'm called to do. Let us drink. I always want to remind everyone that have just started doing the water therapy, please start your journaling practices so that you can track the things that you have been working on and to see the changes that it has brought about in your life. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all of my other platforms. I'm so grateful for you. And above all, slow down and really create a new meaning and understanding on what Thanksgiving means for you. I will see you on my next broadcast. Love you guys.